And our first guest today, oh my gosh, Przbylinski is a local actress, and she is starring in The Little Mermaid, which will be at Cathedral Prep. Charlotte, welcome. Yes. And I have to say that you are the daughter of the lovely Patty Corella, one of our favorite guests here on First at 4. Welcome. Nice to have you today.
It's nice to be here.
Good. Well, tell us a little bit about The Little Mermaid.
So I play Ariel in The Little Mermaid, and originally you would think that the show would be like the original movie, but this production is so much more than that. We're bringing in, there's a bunch of different songs from the original Broadway show, and we're taking a more modern spin on it. So that could be through our sets, through our costumes. So I think it is what you're going to think it would be, but it also has a new spin on it that's original.
Neat.
So as a show that obviously takes place, the movie or the show underwater, how do you take on some of those aspects with the live show, which you're doing?
So we do have our set pieces, but we also have a PowerPoint. So I think it's more of a visual thing. I think it's kind of like there's a big difference between underwater and then above. It's mainly the background.
So not only do you have the original animated movie to compare it to, but you also have the live action. And so I don't think that anybody's going to be really set in any one format of this, and will be very open to creative ways that you're doing it this time. What's your favorite aspect of some of the changes that are happening?
I think what my favorite part of it is because the family that we create at Prep is so inclusive, and it's also like someone has an idea and then somebody else has an idea, and we can all find a way to fit all that in. So I think that some of the dance numbers are choreographed by some of the kids and some of the people at Prep, and I think that that's also cool. And I also think our costumes are just going to be beautiful to look at and so spectacular.
Yeah, neat.
Giving away my age a little bit, the first time I saw Little Mermaid would have been the movie in 92, 89. What was your first experience ever learning the story of The Little Mermaid? Do you remember? Where did you first learn about it?
I mean, I learned it when I was a kid. I mean, when we were at home watching the movie, and then also I grew up in musical theater, so obviously I was aware and I was always singing at home.
Was this a role that you would have always loved to have played?
Of course. I mean, I went in knowing what role I wanted to audition for. I mean, the ensemble is so important in this show, and we do have a very ensemble-heavy show. When you're in the ensemble versus a leading role, you get to do a million different things. But I knew from the start that I wanted to be Erie.
Yeah. And what year are you in school?
I'm a sophomore at Cathedral Prep.
Oh, so you still have more time to do great musical theater. Yeah. And congrats for nabbing that lead role so early on. That's usually for the seniors, right?
No,
Steve?
exactly. That definitely shows you're doing it right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So when does the show open?
The show opens Thursday the 19th. We have shows Thursday through Saturday at 7, and then Sunday it's on 2.
And what are you most looking forward to when you're going to have that live audience? I know that you've experienced a lot of theater before, so you know what it's like to go through the rehearsal process, and then how different it is when you finally have that audience.
I think there's such a rush when you're about to go on stage for the first time, and then once you're out there, I mean, it all goes hopingly smoothly. Yeah. But I mean, I just love the feeling when you're about to go out there and the kind of adrenaline that you get. And then you're out there and you did a great job, and then you take your final bow, and I think that ultimately I'm happy with what I'm putting out there.
Yeah, terrific.
What's the most funny part of the show that you're looking forward to have the audience of 800 people laugh along with you? What do you think?
I think that the second act is definitely where all the comedy comes in. We have a million characters with a million different personalities, and that's why I think it's so great for families, because it's humor that a 5-year-old could get or a 72-year-old could understand.
Right. As a father of a 2-year-old, I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
That makes anybody laugh. They can make me laugh or Connor. You're doing good.
Absolutely. Well, let's put up that full screen so that we can get the information on this show. You've got several opportunities to see it, 3 nighttime performances and 1 Sunday matinee. Cathedral Prep, again, there's at their auditorium. You can go to macaronikid.com in order to inquire about tickets. But you guys always do great shows over there, and I know that you're excited about it and you work really hard. How many weeks have you been putting into this so far?
About 5 weeks.
Yeah, so that's great. Charlotte, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thanks for coming on today, and
Thank you for having me.